Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Disco Elysium, in which I need to leave this room now because I cannot hear over this music. That, and most importantly, we learned that the sound of nothing is really a budding patch, I suppose you could say. I don't know a better way to say it, but like a budding patch of pale. And then it went into like this whole little thing that the pale is basically what it is. It's a historical time capsule that if you stay in there too long, you get inundated with so much knowledge that you go a little bit cuckoo. And now, more importantly, I done what I've been trying to do for the past, oh god, 3, 4, 5 episodes. 10 o'clock. Thank god. Kim, I need you to help me to get my gun, which I think is around here? They did say Fishing Village, Boardwalk. Oh, hello.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Oh, okay, sure. That's a woman? If they did not have a woman's voice, I would have thought this face was a man. I'm sorry, I am not kidding. That looks more like a man's face. Anyway, the aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone. British English apparently has an E for aging. American English, it drops the E. Either that or it's a typo. It's one of the two. I don't know. But I do know this is like British English. So I can't say either way.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now. Show me your hands. Right now.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
Is that my gun? Oh god.
Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Easy, ma'am. Just take it easy, okay?
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress. Officer, under duress.
Oh god. No. We need to play into her delusions. This is not the time to be... We need to play into her delusions, otherwise it's gonna get worse.
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
Ma'am, I promise you, I'm not moving. No, for real though, before I continue. This is one of those Yes, some of you that know about medical stuff, or at least have some knowledge on it, you don't want to feed into a person's psychosis, because it's not helping them in the long run. However, there are exceptions. Exception being if your life is in imminent danger, or you're trying to save them from themselves. You don't have time to be like, okay, let's talk for 30 minutes and build a rapport, and do you trust me? Good. You're living a lot. We don't have time for that. This is one of those times where it's like, we'll play into the, whatever her headspace is in. I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
Exactly. Play into her delusions. We're not in a safe spot.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
Well, perhaps we can solve this peacefully, ma'am. Would you mind lowering your weapon?
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect at large. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Ma'am, I promise. I just want to talk. Is that okay?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot. Big red key. Big red
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
If you don't mind, could you please identify yourself?
It's the goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
I couldn't help but notice, ma'am. Did you have some, like, medicinal items with you? Are you currently taking something?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here. We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing a firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
Well, I wouldn't mind solving this. Oh my god, Kim. Ooh, this will just antagonize her. And it might ruin my chance to get this, because she'll be more on edge. Is there no other way to get my gun? God help me here. Hand-eye coordination. Are you serious? And I can't use either because of... Okay, sure. God, good luck to me, right? 4, 5. I need an 8 or higher.
She's frantic,
Damn.
confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
No, I know myself. I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
You know, no gun is worth this risk, honestly.
Confined quarters. Assailant coming at me. Split-second decision. Well.
You know what? I will take this because I do want to see what else I could have done. Because I kind of just walked into this by mistake, honestly. So I will take this.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
I'm glad the siren is off because I felt like I was yelling over that siren.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Ugh, I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with a sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM.
Can we have another game over story than this? This is every time I get... Oh my god, this is like, what, the second or third time I got this game over? And it's just... Yeah, second or third time, and it's like the same outro losing story. God damn it. Okay, so let's try that again, but let's not go there yet. I didn't expect to get thrust into it immediately. Oh, okay, I was just moving some equipment around to get, what was it, hand-eye coordination? Apparently that draws up this.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants,
Oh.
it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
I also equipped some of that, like, legal speed that they call it. I'm thinking maybe I could give it to her, and I just didn't have it in my possession. It might calm her down, honestly. I don't know, but we can give it a try. But I'm not doing this... I wouldn't mind, except that, you know, Kim is here. He's gonna be disappointed in me if he sees it.
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it can help you with everything.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. Except I'm not doing this now. Sorry, bye.
This is so unprofessional of you. Think you can ignore this? Your moral compass telling you to sniff it? Guess again. You'll be back here soon. You'll get the chance to choose more wisely.
You've passed up your chance to start using speed for now, but don't worry. The option to use it becomes available again in 1 hour.
Wait, the option to use it? I can't just use it? Okay, that's odd. Well, whatever. Let's... Well, before I try this again, I'm not just gonna run up to it. It's like flashing lights. It's like, ooh, what's this? And then, oh, I'm just dragged right into this. I'll take care of that in a No, stop it. I'll take care of this in a Oh, I have no choice. Okay, that's fine.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Yes, miss. Yes.
Show me your
Yes.
Scavenge
Yes.
her hand.
Yes.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Well, right. I've learned my lesson last time. Let's just raise our hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat!
This girl.
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground!
Ma'am, we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
What? We're two guys. Yeah, that part's self-explanatory. Also, in the urethra? Oi! God! No, that sounds horrific. Not to mention, what are you hiding? That's... Okay, well, actually, fair enough. Fair enough. I suppose some people have a lot of I suppose some guys do have a lot of foreskin. I don't know, but I suppose you can hide something small in there. To the point, then, of why. That area is extremely sensitive because the foreskin exists. Why would you subject yourself to that? You'd probably be walking every 2 steps and then, like, wincing, like, oh, God, that feels so horrible. Oh, God. You know, it's like, ugh. God.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Oh, so that's good to know. So so if she says it, she's believing it's happening.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Yeah, of course. Yay. Yay. Ma'am, could you please identify yourself?
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Hug the pavement. You're under arrest.
So she's saying hug the pavement, so she's thinking that we're on the floor.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
There.
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
I was kind of hoping I could give her the drugs, but you know what? That's fine. You know what? Why not?
Back up. Back up. Back up. Status unconfirmed.
Oh, okay. You know, I was thinking it'd be worse, but okay, yeah, sure. Back up. Status unconfirmed. Okay, well, she wants a status. Well, I'm Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois of the 41st Precinct. This here is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. Oh. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault. Man down. Officers in pursuit.
Wait, Mr. Morand? Gareth Morand?
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
No, it's not, no. aggravated assault, man down, officers in pursuit. In other words, she's feeling vulnerable. She's caught off guard and in a vulnerable position, and she's asking for help. That is what I take from that.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised. Impersonating a police officer.
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
Well, no, we really are cops, ma'am. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take out my badge.
License and registration. License and registration. Come in, dispatch. Sector. Azimuth.
Oh, jeez.
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Oh, that didn't work. Are you serious? That didn't give me anything? Or either that or I just picked something wrong. Oh, God. We can solve this peacefully.
Officer in need of assistance. Suspect alert. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
You're under arrest, miss.
You're making it worse, officer.
Of course.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector.
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Alright, let's just give it a try at this point. I would have thought me saying that I am the police and then what I picked would have given me at least another point in helping, because now she's, confused? But apparently not. Okay, sure. Whatever. That seems like a missed opportunity to get a bonus point here. That feels like a missed opportunity. Anyway, this is the pigs. Yada yada yada. Hand-eye coordination. 6. This time I need a 7.
Here's the
Oh my God.
Shine the light straight in her eye and immediately dart right. The light will blind her, allowing you to close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist.
It's kind of funny that this is just 1 point higher from my last roll, and I still wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't bother to change clothes to get hand-eye coordination. Okay, let me read this in case I need to click it, because this game has done that before. So shine the light in her eye, go right. Use the left hand to grab.
No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Oh. Oh, well, that's good to know. Well, we don't have to commit officer brutality then. Although, in every sense of the word, it would have been warranted because she's brandishing a real weapon that normally we would not know whether or not it's armed. Kim, I'm almost certain that there aren't any bullets in that gun.
Huh? My God, I think you're right.
Well, we could go this in different ways. Well, we don't want to antagonize her. It might make things worse. I'm actually thinking which is the right response. I mean, yes, she doesn't have bullets, but she could still hurt us, which is not good. Ma'am, the weapon that you're holding is mine, and I know that there are no bullets in it.
What?
The woman looks at the weapon in disbelief, her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes the trigger. Oh, wait!
This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this? Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Wait, did her art just change to red, or is it because my computer is now changed to Dark Knight mode, which has a yellow tint. Because, really, with Dark Knight mode, if this is because I have Dark Knight mode on, she has a reddish tint which makes her look bloody. That's freaky. I have to rewatch that. That looks freaky.
Grab the gun right now. This might be your only chance.
Don't need to tell me twice.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Yes, definitely. Now that we've disarmed her, we have time to think.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
What do you think is happening to her, Kim?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Fair, but what brought her to this way in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, we did say that her hand was shaking in a weird way, noted as like a neurodegenerative disease, I believe. Which, ironically, is the first choice. I swear I was not reading the choices. I swear I wasn't. I was looking at my mic. Oh, God. Yeah. That's what I noticed, too. Possibly a neurodegenerative disease.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
I don't know. Ma'am, I'm very sorry that this is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
I don't know anything about neurodegenerative diseases. Or, correction, I know very little about, like, I know about Parkinson's disease, the thing that makes your hands tremble, but I don't think she necessarily has that. Where was it? Yada yada yada. Her hands were trembling and seemed uncoordinated. Okay, maybe she does have Parkinson's. Does Parkinson's also lead to, like, dementia-like symptoms or cause a greater risk of dementia? I don't know. I want to say it does, but I am not sure. I do know, however, that Parkinson's is more than just shaking. It leads to more serious conditions over time. I know that much. Think we should just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
You know, I think you actually might be right. As, you know, as hard as Titus can be at times, I admit that he is a respected figure in this area. Yeah. Yeah, Titus and his boys might be the perfect people for this job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
She mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone?
Oh, that's just sad.
She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
That's just sad. That really is. And what Kim said is, what was it again? Where is it? Dementia. Very possible. They tend to have a delusion in their minds. I don't know what Channel 8 is. It's either some kind of cop talk or British cop talk. I don't know. I truly don't know. But the loneliness, god damn. Leave the radio on. Damn. I mean, that sentence speaks for itself. Please leave the radio on. Compared to when you compare to everything that we know about her thus far. That sounds so lonely. Please leave the radio on. Damn. I mean, we could search her, yes.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there, too. You're thinking of taking them. Do.
Ma'am?
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
No, I'm not taking any of her things. This, aside from the fact that she had a gun at one point, she's not in her right mind, and I can't in good conscience do this. There's the guy that's going to plan to steal some boots off a dead guy later when Kim goes to sleep. Oh, yeah, says that guy. Yeah. Titus and the Hardy Boys, are they still at the diner at this hour? If they are, then goddamn, what did I get? Oh, my gun. Yeah, oh my god. Sure, let's equip it. This is going to be so horrific. I have a boulet. Oh my god, I actually...
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
That's perfectly fair. So... I currently have my gun out. Please tell me I'm not going to shoot this by pressing this button. Okay, so that's cool. So... Right now, I don't need it, so I don't want to scare people away. I will equip something else. This humungy-dungy thing, this multi-tool that is ridiculously large. I'll be perfectly honest. And I shall be back, since we're going to Whirling and Rags to see if we can be lucky and find Titus and the Hardy Boys, you know, still at the Whirling and Rags. I don't know, but let's give it a shot. And let's see. I can't believe it. They're actually here. I can't believe it. Do you guys not... Well, then again, it's in-game time, 10:30. I sometimes stay up until 3 in the morning. Much to my detriment, sometimes. No, for real. Those are the times when I have, I almost said amnesia. No, not that. Those are the times when I have insomnia, and it's like, oh, I can't sleep, and it's... Honestly, it's quite annoying, but, you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. Hello, Titus.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Nothing much. I'll be honest, I actually do need your help with something. Legitimately. I ran into this, old lady at, down at the fish market. Catatonic, sort of, all the way on the other side of the bay. I'm pretty sure she needs some help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yes, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Coorong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. They just couldn't handle her anymore, and then just like, you know what, let's leave her to the wild. That's no, that really is horrible. That... This tells you where my heart is when even in fiction, I hear stuff like this. It's like, why? Why? Why would you do this? And I guess I feel this strongly about it because I know it happens in real life. It's like, why would you dare not help a family member who is not in a good mental state? You know, it's like, I get it. I'm not asking you to shelter them in your home 24/7. If you can't do that, fine, but get them some medical help. And yes, I understand that sometimes these medical bills themselves are outrageous, which they can be. I'm not disputing that. I'm actually on the side that these medical facilities and care is like outrageous at times. It's like, you want me to help you care for my, in this case, elderly mother by bankrupting me? That's not gonna help. So, I suppose I can see to some extent those people's side of things. It's like, I can't afford to give them care no matter what. I'll just leave them to the wolves. Or I just won't care as much if they decide to walk out unattended and maybe never come back. But still, I can't imagine that happening. I just can't. Even knowing full well it does happen, I can't imagine it happening. I guess for me, it comes where I still live with my parents. Yes, I'll admit that. However, I'm willingly doing that because I want to make sure that they're okay, you know? If they decide under their own power they want to go to a retirement home or something, that's on them. But if and when they decide to do that, I'm willingly staying here at my parents' house to help take care of them. Like, do things for them, like make sure they're okay, take them here and there as needed, you know? That's that kind of thing. That's just the kind of person I am. So, I guess that's why when I heard Titus say this, that the bastards left her alone when she got sick, I can't imagine that happening because I could never do something like that. I personally never could. I really couldn't. And I guess that's why I also like Titus. It's like he plays the role of hard ass. And it makes sense because this area requires someone to be a hard ass. But deep down, he does care about the people here. And the fact that he went from kind of like a teasing things like, you're law enforcement, really? And then, okay, fine. But then the gears start turning and it's like, wait, it's the lady, right? And then he just shifts tone immediately because he recognizes her and understands her situation. He'd be hard as all he wants, but we've seen this side of him that he cares. He cares. He does.
Hey, wasn't Everard's beat team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Well, I'll be level with you. Yeah, she had my gun.
You're fucking with me. Your gun. She had your fucking gun?
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear. The pigs lost his gun to the pigs.
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions.
He waits in circles, still searching for words. Well, even he couldn't quite come up with words. You know, I'm really glad that they found a way to insert a little bit more with Titus Hardy. Because I do like Titus Hardy. I like the character development. It's like, oh, here are the murderers. But then as you peel back the layers, it's like, oh, no. Yes, he's a drug dealer, but he's controlling the drugs. He's not letting any outside influences infiltrate this tight circle that he has. Deep down, he is a good guy. He does some wrong things, but for the right reasons. I'll say that. And I do like him. I really do. What's her name? Her real name, not her nickname.
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
He says, pouring himself another drink. Ah, Marianne LaPlante.
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she, before, she got to her current condition?
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago. She was better then.
I love the voice actor for Hardy, for Titus here. It's like rough and gruff, but then when it's like this portion, you can hear the smile in his voice. He's recalling that time. And just the way he described that, it's like always a little off, but still, she did right by us, by lots of us. It's like you can tell that he appreciates and respects her. You can hear that smile in his tone. I love that. And it's so refreshing after you're used to his rough and gruff style. Even after you got used to it and know it's kind of for show. Part show, part not show. But, it's just nice to hear that. I don't want to say vulnerable side. That side, but that human side of him that shows he really cares about the people here.
The children kept her together.
But that's so sad. It's like her kids moved away, and it's just like excommunicated. It did nothing. That's why would kids choose not? Okay, I won't say that. I was going to say why do kids choose to not communicate with their parents when nothing bad happened? But I don't know the history of the children and Marianne. I don't know the history, so that's why I said I will pull back that question. I will reserve judgment. But still, it is still unfortunate. It still is. So how did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Well, I'll be honest, I can't help but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I mean, I was there. I heard her talking. Well, more like yelling, but it really seems like a fantastical idea of how police officers work. For what it's worth, guys, I am sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, I don't think he expected me to. I don't think they definitely didn't expect me to apologize.
Whatever, Cole. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of our own.
I don't doubt that. One more question though. Do you know where she happened to get all her cop gear? She had quite an extensive collection.
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
I'm only decide with Kim on that one. I mean, she did buy my gun. Well, honestly, thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, at the very beginning, when Titus and his boys would say this, I'd be like, are you serious? Yeah, right, you're just another criminal. And now that we have such context about him and his gang, I really know he means it. I know he means what he says about taking care of the people here. And that just goes to show that it's amazing what a little bit of context can do. Bye, Titus. It shows what a little bit of context can do. You could have just went all loosey-goosey and done whatever you needed to get the story through him and just not get the context. And it's like, yeah, you're a freaking criminal. I don't care. But if you're like me and took the time to listen to what he had to say and be invested in the story, you realize... like I said, you realize that his rough and gruffness is... I would say mostly for show. I mean, it's there because you have to be a tough person to live in Martinez. But his toughness is for show. He cares about the people here. So much so that he's willing to take on... Well, I wouldn't say take on... Well, yeah. He's willing to take on the role of drug dealer. But in so doing, make sure that he is the only drug dealer in town. If people are going to be doing drugs here, it's going to be what he gives them. Nothing laced. No extra stuff. Nothing that would unnecessarily kill the people here. Apart from an overdose, but that'll be on the people's fault. He makes sure that what comes in here is correct, proper, and doesn't needlessly harm people here. It's interesting. He's a complex guy. I will admit that. With all these layers now, he's a complex guy. And he does his best to do right by the people here. And think of what you want about him, but you gotta admit that in itself is respectable. It really is truly respectable. But that's neither here nor there. I got my gun. I've talked to Titus about the poor woman. And now we do... I remember what I was thinking. I wonder if I can get Ruby. I finished the cryptozoology, and I finished the Union, right? Yeah, I definitely did finish the Union. Cryptozoology. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I finished that, because it doesn't make sense that I had to wait, what, X amount of hours for the, do Mama Quackwa? Mama Duquaka? Or whatever that bird thing is. Just for another check. That wouldn't make sense. So... I think we're fine to go and see where Ruby went. I hope I can do it tonight. Tonight as in next episode. So, I hope I can do that. And I would rather do it with Kim. And now that I have a gun with me, thank God, I have a better chance to survive. I don't, but that's an open secret between me in the past and you guys. It's an open secret. But yes, I'll see you guys all on the next... see you guys all on the next one. Later.